Rainbow Rev here. Welcome to the Rainbow Rev Show. I am your host, Rainbow Rev, and I am doing what I do. If you have followed this show before, you probably have not, this channel. You know that I am always on the move. I have ADD and all this other stuff, and I'm truly blessed though. Truly blessed. I am always on the move. I don't really like sitting down and doing a video. I like moving. I keep my eye on the road. I would never do a live like this. I mean, I have, but I've never read the comments. You just can't do that. You can't do that and drive. So I want to say a thank you to the Black church sector. I want to say a thank you, and I am sorry. I am sorry that you are now interlocked into what is called the sector, the Umar Johnson sector, which, to be honest with you, I was here before it was actually called the Umar Johnson sector. It's built around me. It is. I mean, me and I would say a couple of other people, it has been built around. And we're always a topic of these folks' conversations, right? Because it helps them. There was a time when we were on the plus side. We were on the positive side, and they would make money off of us, positively. Now we're on the negative side, and so they make money off of us if they speak negative of us. That's how it works. It is Wild Wild West. But thank you. And also welcome, and I'm sorry. Thank you to Conscious TV for the interview. I wasn't going to do a video on it. Anti-Afro did a video, and she has been gracious enough to, if I have anything I want to say, I have been able to just add it on her platform. Free of charge. That's what friends do. See, a lot of people don't understand that. They don't understand that, but that's on them. But thank you, Conscious TV, for allowing me to come on your platform and tell my truth and the truth when it comes to my interaction, not just with let me see your transcripts, but just with this whole experience. And that's why I can relate to Larry Reed, but I think so back to the common connector. Sorry, I got sidetracked. The common connector, again, is let me see your transcript. And so I was sent a link to someone dragging the heck out of let me see your transcript. And I was like, wow, this is really mean. But then I listened to it, and then I start going more into the details about why she was being dragged to high noon, and I was like, oh, this is why. Oh, she did what? And then I start like, Larry Reed, okay. Because I've heard about Larry Reed, and to be honest with you, I heard about a Black church sector, right? But I never engaged with that sector. The only so-called sector that I've been in is this one. I've never had time to go to other places and sit and comment and all of this and all of that. I never had the opportunity to do that because I was pretty much, I came here to YouTube in 2017 as a content creator, making videos addressing homophobia in the Black community. And just so happened, I keyed in on Umar Johnson, and I started making videos on Umar Johnson. And then it grew. This whole space around here grew when you had people who were like, okay, what you're saying is wrong about Umar Johnson, but they never could piece out where I was wrong. So instead of focusing on the content, they started focusing on the content creator and attacking people. And that spirit, that evil spirit, that poison spirit manifested itself into this space. So that's why you see almost every content creator in this space, besides myself and others and anti-Afros Bengalis, are deliberately, their platforms are vicious, yelling and I'll take that back. Also, the Smoke God is working on that. Mia Minds, her channel is not like that either. But these others, they constantly, it's toxic. Toxic. The only reason why sometimes I might engage is because they, I'm still working on not having to go and fight with these people when they are speaking ill of me. Because speaking ill of me adds money into their cash apps and I'm not being, I'm not being ego driven. It's the truth. And that's why this is my response to the response of the interview. Shout out to Conscious TV again for the interview. So anyway, I was sent that video of him dragging, let me see a transcript. And I don't want to hear about this black women, he's dragging black women, you don't allow him to drag black women. Here's the question. Is Anti-Afro Svengali a black woman? Yes, she is. Is my wife a black woman? Let me see a transcript, and others who are defending, let me see your transcripts. Where was the outrage when a person on your platform, let me see your transcript, said that my wife needed a real man to blow her back out? Where was the outrage? Where was the outrage of a black woman being attacked? Right? Where was the outrage of a black woman being attacked? I would say I wait, but I can't wait. What was the outrage of a black woman constantly being attacked with sexual threats? When a black woman, anti-Afro, was attacked with sexual threats, you laughed. So y'all can take that whole black woman being attacked thing and shove it somewhere, respectfully. So anyway, I was on Conscious TV's channel, and when he was explaining the whole Larry Reed, Daryl Moore story and Kim's role and all of that, let me see a transcript role and all of that, and I was like, oh crap, that behavior seems to be the same kind of behavior that she has brought here with her. And this is a toxic breeding ground, this so-called Umar Johnson sector. She's perfect for that here. And so I made comments, and he picked up on them, and he said, he told myself and Anti-Afro to email him. And so I emailed him my story, gave him proof, and we scheduled an interview. That's how that happened. That is how that happened, people. And the interview wasn't even done when people in this so-called sector start making response videos. I'm like, the interview is not even done, and y'all already making response videos because they saw an opportunity. Ching, ching, they saw that opportunity to continue to make money off of Rev G. And I'm not bragging. I'm telling you the honest truth. The honest truth. Because in this space, I am their benefactor. I'm in their head freely taking up space. Where's the rent? Where's my rent? Oh, no, but seriously, I'm taking up space in their head. But I think a lot of it though is because, you know, that that gets them cash apps and views in this space. Yeah. The humility part of me has been ignoring that for a long time. But with this interview, it just brought it all to a forefront, right? Brought it all to a forefront for me. That people use the attacking of me, the negativity, to make some funds and to get some clout and to get people wanted to want to engage with them. That's crazy. But that is the space that we're in around here. And so I took that interview not for clout. I took that I'm going to be honest with you. I took the interview, yes, to tell the story, but also because I don't know Larry Reed. I don't know Couches TV. But when I heard about what Larry went through and his family went through with Daryl Moore and his friends, including Let Me See Your Transcript, I was like, that sounds so freaking familiar. And I wanted to speak on that. And another thing too, when I have this opportunity because the thing is, I've spoken on platforms bigger than 20,000 subscribers before. I've spoken on syndicated talk shows that has like the opportunity to engage millions. I've done that, I'm grateful to God for that too. But anytime I have the opportunity to speak with a black audience, I jump on that because one, I could tell the story. Two, I can also I can weave in, mental illness. And I could tell my story about being one of the millions of black people who are living with mental illness. And it's a way to take off that stigma. And I thank God for that. And then I also take that time to speak up and out against heterosexism and homophobia in the black community, the black church, and the black conscious community. I take up that opportunity because the more I'm able to speak, the more I'm able to chip away at that stigma and to tell people that you are not alone. And that's a blessing. And I was able to tell my story about the dangers of social media. Your employer can let you go for what you do and what you post on social media. And I tell the story about how I lost a job, but I lost a job because of what was used as see, I live in Missouri, and in Missouri, your employer can fire you for any, without cause, right? And so the cause that was used was the threats that Umar Johnson made against me and my family. And he put the employer's name in there and their address. And you never know about the people who are unwell. I was going to use the term crazy, but I won't. Who are unwell, who might just do. I mean, I had hundreds of emails, and I've went through the emails before on my old channel. I still have that video where I read emails from Umar Johnson supporters. If y'all want to see that video, I could post that video again, right? Voicemails. So my employer was like, this is putting our organization in a bad light and it can threaten our employees and our clients. And they made a decision that they felt they were comfortable with making. But in the long run, it wasn't a good decision. It wasn't a cool decision when it happened, but right now it's probably one of the best things that could happen. I'm really at a good place, and I thank God for that. It's so, I mean, God is so good. Um, but then my response is, so then I have these people who make, the interview wasn't even done when you have people jumping on the "We Hate Rev" bandwagon, and the things they were bringing up, just reeked of homophobia for one. And they were saying, you lied, but where's the lie? I gave one of the persons, I gave him an opportunity to speak his poison to me personally. You know, he used his platform to say how wrong and how I was a lie and I was a bitch and bitch this and bitch that and so, black church sector, this is the kind of environment that's over here. The it's very toxic in this space. Again, it's a space that built around me, right? It built around us who were speaking the truth against Umar Johnson. And then the same people who were speaking this negative tone against myself and AAS and others, they were once supporters. Yeah, they were once supporters. Many of them were once moderators on the channel. But when they felt like they couldn't get any more juice out of the turnip, they switched. So anyway, this guy, he took the opportunity to talk about my sister because my I told a story about my sister. She has a nonprofit and all of that, and she's a lesbian and beautiful soul. And he used that opportunity, and he was like, he never talks about what made her a lesbian. He never talked about possibility that she could have been sexually assaulted or raped. I'm like, who does that? Who does that? And what they want is a response. They want a response. They want me to make a video about them, helping them get more clout, get more cash apps. That is ridiculous. It's crazy. And use that opportunity, more homophobic, And I'm like, I sent the email, said, here's my number. You have all the opportunity in the world to call me and tell me how much of a bitch I am, ear to ear. But no, he want me to come on this channel and talk about what the hell? Content. And of course, he not gonna call, but he's gonna make more videos, right? And I'm just like, okay, do that. So this is a space that has, and then others use that opportunity to invite the black church sector into their platforms. Because when you guys came over to their platform, you tripled their views. And they saw that as an opportunity, but also another opportunity to badmouth and talk about me. And I know y'all are confused, like, wow, these people are crazy. He's saying he did this, but he's saying he did that. And that's why I'm grateful to God that there's receipts. There's receipts longer than the receipts that you can get from CVS. Longer than that, baby. Longer than that. But I just, that's why I took the interview. Wanted to tell because the stories were so similar. And there were no lies. What do I have to lie about? What does it benefit me to lie? It doesn't. It doesn't. So I wanted that was my response, like, man, it's crazy. Yeah, the opportunity to benefit off of this. And they see the black church sector as fresh meat to add to their views, to add to their content. The best decision y'all should make is, if y'all want to know the true history of this sector, there's a blog called True Black Anonymous. Just Google that, True Black Anonymous. You can do True Black Anonymous, Umar Johnson. If you go to that blog, that will tell you the true history of this, how this sector grew, right? And another good source is just to go to Anti-Afro Svengali's page too. That will give you a good source of how this place became itself. But again, thank you, Black Church Sector. Thank you, Knockout Media. Thank you, Conscious TV. Thank you, Larry Reed, for this lawsuit, because I think it should open up a lot of eyes. And my goal eventually is to, and as a social worker of 20 years, I know how to get grassroots things started. And when I'm in the place to do that, I think one of the things that I'm going to work on is, how do we change YouTube's response to this, almost said a cuss word, the stuff that has been happening. They allow people to be treated like crap. The community guidelines are weak. You know, I would say the way that they're enforced is weak. But we're going to make a change. You know, I hate saying that now. We're going to make a difference. We're going to make a difference and make things happen, right? Protect. Because I believe in speak your speech. I believe, when I was doing lives, I always made sure that it was a safe place to go, that you didn't have to be attacked, no matter what side you were on. This is not normal behavior. This toxicity is not, it's not good for anyone. And this is not fun. People who think this is fun have issues. All right. I got to get busy with my task for the day, but thank you so much for listening. Peace, blessings. I'm out.